Okay. I guess I can start. The first question
Okay.
says, what does each poem have to say about what is expected of women regarding beauty? So the first poem, it shows, for example, like how the girl was considered with a fat nose, with a big nose and fat legs. And then because of that, she had to get rid of it. And she had to have that surgery. That's what it implies. And make her legs skinny. And then finally, it says, "Oh, can you see how beautiful she is?" or something like that. So it shows that society creates this this image that women have to be. They have to have a perfect nose and they have to be skinny, and if they're fat, then they're not. They won't get compliments from society. And the other one too, the second poem, she was the perfect little, perfect girl in high school, and then everyone would admire her. She had perfect hair, and she was the the perfect blonde hair in one part of the poem, and then at the end she finally decides to get rid of that idea. But yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, I think you I have the same idea with what you have about the first poem about the descriptions of the fat nose, the big nose and the fat legs. I just like expectations that beauty, um, what is expected of women to be just as perfect appearance before they can be identified as beauty. But to me, and to reading this poem, I think that this poem is kind of sad, but yet it's very true that mostly in most generation, girls try to be something that they are not, and sometimes they don't have self-confidence. They look at others around them and they try to be like them in order for them to stay happy and not what others want them to have. So I just think that the first poem is just um, to me and what others, it seems like that it's kind of said that society have a lot of influence to say about this appearance. But for me to think about this poem and how a Tongan appear, we all have fat legs and we, like everyone, most are identified with like big legs and stuff like that. Just because of our nature and the kind of uh, shapes and stuff that are that we adopted or inherit from our ancestors. But yeah, and I think about the second poem by Tony Hoagland, Beauty. I'm thinking about that poem is very interesting about how that the beauty is said to be something that needs to be like something that needs to be more professional in a kind of way. That's how I look at it. For beauty to be more identified, they have to dress in a certain way and act in a certain way. So I just think that that's what about what is expected of Um, the next one, study obstacles faced to meet the standards of people society says. Well, to me, in the first poem, but I think normal girls are now so hard to find, and each one walks a different way, and they, some of them miss out this kind of beauty that the world is, and to how society really influence them, like, so society like set up their own standards of beauty, the skinny kind of look, and the um, how they need to dress in a certain way and have this type of clothes. Nowadays, I'm thinking a lot of having jeans, skinny jeans, and all of that. Like, it seems like that society have are providing the beauty for most girls, but most girls, in a way, because of their body, they have to dress in a certain way in order to fit society. And they have to adjust something with themselves in order to fit what society say. And to me, and what I think is something, the second poem, something that it's a struggle to dress in such a way to have our bodies be perfect. I was, there's this line, it says, and all those other beautiful women in the magazine and on the streets just kept on being beautiful everywhere you looked. So I'm thinking that most likely in the society, a lot of people are being dressed just to how society wants them to look beautiful to themselves. And that's what I think. What do you think about question number 2?
Yeah, we can go to question 2. What are, what are the obstacles that women face by women? Like, what are the obstacles faced by women who want to try to meet the standards of beauty society needs? Well, I think the obstacles would be just to simply try to achieve that, like try to force yourself to achieve a certain standard. Like, there are girls that go to extremes, that have surgery, or that would not eat for days, or that would spend so much money on buying clothes that that maybe next year won't be as popular as they are at that moment. But obstacles, I mean, they have to face through all those things in order to be popular, or and have society consider them beautiful. Like in the first one, the girl. Sorry. Like in the first poem, the girl had to go ahead and basically get a new face, or in a new body, and just so that she can be accepted, or just so that she can also think to herself, oh, I'm beautiful. But I also, like you said, like, I think it relates to where you live, or what's your culture, because some cultures that's not seen as beautiful. So I think this is just seen in, like, maybe the American society, where here being super skinny and having a, I don't know, perfect skin and nose and whatever they consider to be as beautiful that way. But if you're in another country, then like here, if you're the tanner you are, the better. But if you go to Asia, the lighter you are, the better. So then the second one, like you said, it says in magazines they will continue to be beautiful, and that's true. I mean, it doesn't matter if you follow or not. Those standards, there will always be other people that will follow them. So you will always see that. Maybe those are the obstacles that women will have to face too. That there will always be people trying to determine what's beautiful and what is not. And some people have stronger opinions, and those stronger opinions are what make other ones say, "Oh yeah, that's beautiful." Oh, Basimati came into the conversation.
Okay. Hi, Mati. Maybe it's just showing, but she's not, she's still off. We can continue on to the next one. How long is gonna? Yeah.
Okay,
What happened when the consequences?
Okay.
No.
Go ahead.
What are the consequences for those that out? Or what happened when someone cannot meet the society expectations of beauty?
Yeah, those two are really related. I mean, that's basically saying the same thing.
Yeah. Yes.
So, you want to do it?
Yeah, do you want to start talking?
Okay, I can go first. So, well, it's simple. Like, if society doesn't agree with what you're doing, then it's just gonna be, they're either gonna ignore you, or they're gonna bully you, or they're gonna make fun of you, or they're just simply not gonna care about you. They're just gonna not pay attention to you because you're not beautiful as what they think it's beautiful. But there are really a lot of bad consequences with a lot of people. Like you hear all the time, oh, there's a really ugly girl in our school, and everyone makes fun of her, and it's not that she's not pretty, but she's just different, and she decides not to follow what society considers as pretty. She doesn't dress with high fashion clothing, or she doesn't, I don't know, or she's not skinny, or things like that. So there are really, there are a lot of consequences, like, and mainly the I think the main one is just like being told that you are not pretty. I think that's the main one. If you don't follow it, then everyone's gonna criticize you for not following it and think that you're crazy. And you can see that in both poems.
Exactly.
Especially in the second one. The second one, at the end, she decides to just not follow what was beautiful, and then suddenly no one paid more attention to her. She was just someone else. What do you think?
Yeah, I think you're like, I'm just thinking of totally when someone doesn't meet the society expectation, is being isolated from that society. And I think a lot about the beauty influence society, because when a person is being about here in Tonga, there is something that is called the Hilala Week. And the Hilala Week is a week where are dressed and they like show how different kinds of talents and beauty, how they are. And a lot of people in the society are dragged to that because they go there, they recognize this person, and that person is popular. Whatever that person has to say, and everyone is attracted to it. Like, just like as I'm thinking, like the past few months, there was a singer, like a star singer that came, and she was a Tongan. She's one of the fifth harmony, and her name is I forgot what her name. She came and everyone attracts to her in the society, to her songs, to everything. Everyone start playing her music, and just because she was identified as someone's to be like a star. And I'm thinking a lot about how society really is influenced by a person who is beautiful. Like they started to attract to that person's word. They started to take what she's saying, and I'll continue to the next questions. How might the efforts of trying to meet society expectations of beauty affects a person's life? I think if society says to that person that they are being attractive to what they are saying or are attractive to them, so what's going to happen to me and how I think the effort of that person to increase, the person will try to be and try to get as much attraction as can with how she dressed because society says that she's beautiful. It can also affect the emotion of a person if society says that she's not because she may feel left out, or she may not be feel that she's at all. Thinking if a person's trying to all that she can to be beauty, like what you say, it takes a lot of effort, it takes a lot of money, it takes a lot of work. For some girls, they just think for beauty to becomes about it to take a lot of their time, a lot of their energy to work through it. So so it really had an effect on that person. The person's women feel high in self-esteem or maybe low in a sense if society agree with beauty that they are having. So I don't know, you may be lost from what I'm saying.
No, that was good. I understand. Yeah, but I know what you mean. I mean, so for example, in the first poem, the effect that caused on her is to basically lose who she really was. She, I think, she had to not just change who she was on the outside, but I'm pretty sure it changed who she was on the inside. She maybe became more insecure of herself, and she paid more attention to what people said about her, and maybe she even got the perfect legs and the perfect nose, but then people started judging her arms or her hair. So now that becomes another problem. So it's like I think the effect is becoming dependent of what other people say about you. and the second poem is when you finally decide to just give up. It becomes a really really stressful, and she finally decides to let it go. And at the end, you see, oh, and that was beautiful too, to finally just get rid of all that effort that you have to do in order to please everyone else instead of just pleasing yourself and being happy with yourself. Because it really changes who you are, and it really changes your expectations of everything, and you really just focus on what everyone else thinks of you. And yeah, what do you think? I go to the next one. With all of these questions, as with all of your work in this verse, look at detail, in this case referring to lines in the poem that help you answer all the questions. That was the last question. I thought there was another one.
Was there another question, or was it just
No, I think
to
that was the
refer?
last one.
Was this just to refer to a line on the poem?
I think it was just like, oh, just talk about all.
Oh, it just talks about all. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
but just a line from the poem? That helps answer all the questions? Is that what it means?
No, I just think she's just talking of questions in general, that we should find examples for them, which we have. We have been putting examples in of the poem and all the questions.
Okay.
Okay, so that was good. I'll stop it right now. Is that okay?
Yeah, you can go ahead and stop it.